Howdy partners, welcome to our cozy kitchen. Today we're diving into the world of chicken tortilla soup. This soup is like a warm hug on a chilly day, packed with flavor and so simple to make. Imagine coming home after a long day, and the aroma of this delicious soup welcoming you. It's a family favorite at the ranch, and I'm excited to share my recipe with you. Cooking together as a family is one of the best ways to bond, and this recipe is perfect for that. This soup is hearty and satisfying. Each spoonful is filled with tender chicken, crunchy tortilla strips, and a rich, flavorful broth that warms you from the inside out. But the best part? It's ready in a flash. You won't believe how quickly you can whip up this delicious meal. That means you can have a delicious home-cooked meal on the table, even on the busiest weeknights. No more stressing about what to cook after a long day. Get ready for a flavor fiesta. This soup is not just tasty, it's a celebration in a bowl. We'll be using simple ingredients to create a soup that's bursting with deliciousness. Fresh vegetables, aromatic spices, and quality chicken make all the difference. I'm talking tender chicken, fire-roasted tomatoes, and a hint of spice. These ingredients come together to create a symphony of flavors that will delight your taste buds. So grab your apron and let's get cooking. I promise, this chicken tortilla soup will become a staple in your household. Before we start cooking, let's gather up our ingredients. You'll need a variety of fresh and pantry staples to make this delicious soup. Cooked chicken. You can use leftover rotisserie chicken or quickly cook some boneless, skinless chicken breasts. If you have some grilled chicken from a previous meal, that works perfectly too. The key is to have tender, juicy chicken that will soak up all the flavors of our soup. Onion and garlic. These aromatic ingredients will add a ton of flavor to our soup. Make sure to finely chop the onion and mince the garlic to release their full potential. The combination of these two will create a savory base that's hard to beat. Canned tomatoes. I like to use fire-roasted tomatoes for a smoky depth of flavor. If you can't find fire-roasted, regular canned tomatoes will do just fine. The tomatoes add a nice acidity that balances the richness of the chicken broth. Chicken broth. This will be the base of our soup, giving it a rich and savory taste. You can use store-bought broth or homemade if you have it. The broth is essential for bringing all the ingredients together into a cohesive dish. Corn. Use frozen or canned corn, whichever you prefer. Corn adds a touch of sweetness and a bit of crunch to the soup. If you have fresh corn, you can cut it off the cob and use that as well. Black beans. These add a hearty texture and lots of healthy fiber. Make sure to rinse and drain the beans well to remove any excess sodium if you're using canned beans. Black beans are a great source of protein and will make the soup more filling. Spices. We'll be using chili powder, cumin, and a pinch of cayenne pepper for a little kick. These spices will give our soup a warm, earthy flavor with just the right amount of heat. Feel free to adjust the spices to your taste, see? Simple ingredients that you probably already have on hand. With these basics, you can whip up a comforting and delicious soup in no time. Let's get cooking. Okay, let's get this soup simmering. Today we're going to create a delicious and hearty soup that will warm your soul and tantalize your taste buds. It's perfect for a cozy night in, or to impress your guests at a dinner party. First, grab a large pot or Dutch oven and heat a little olive oil over medium heat. The olive oil will provide a rich base for our soup, adding depth and flavor right from the start. Add the diced onion and cook until softened, about 5 minutes. Stir occasionally to ensure they cook evenly and don't stick to the bottom of the pot. The onions will release their natural sweetness, creating a wonderful aroma. Then, toss in the minced garlic and cook for another minute until fragrant. Garlic adds a robust flavor that complements the sweetness of the onions perfectly. Be careful not to burn it, as burnt garlic can taste bitter. Next, add the canned tomatoes, chicken broth, corn, black beans, and spices. The tomatoes add a tangy sweetness, while the broth provides a savory base. The corn and black beans add texture and heartiness to the soup. Give everything a good stir and bring the soup to a boil. This ensures that all the ingredients are well combined and the flavors start to meld together. Once the soup is bubbly, reduce the heat to low and let it simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. This slow simmering process allows the flavors to develop and intensify, making the soup even more delicious. This will give all the flavors a chance to meld together. The result is a rich, flavorful soup that is sure to be a hit with everyone. Enjoy your culinary creation. Section 4. Serving up a fiesta. While the soup is simmering, it's time to talk about toppings. My favorite way to serve chicken tortilla soup is with a big dollop of sour cream or Greek yogurt, a sprinkle of shredded cheese and a handful of crispy tortilla strips. You can also add fresh cilantro, diced avocado, or a squeeze of lime juice for extra freshness. Ladle the soup into bowls and let everyone go wild with their toppings. Section 5. Leftovers? What leftovers? If you're lucky enough to have any leftovers, let the soup cool completely and store it in an airtight container in the refrigerator for up to 3 days. You can also freeze the soup for later. Just thaw it overnight in the refrigerator and reheat it gently on the stovetop. Now, go forth and make this delicious chicken tortilla soup, and don't forget to share the recipe with your friends and family. Happy cooking!